Everybody, it's Everyday Shenanigans. Thanks for joining me. Did not mean for the live to go as long as it did pertaining to the information about the rescue squad freezing the money. The said matter is now going to court. I want to thank my guests for coming on the live. Uh, Q Carlock came on, CCT came on, and Miss Leah came on. KM, my mod, came on. Let me make this clear. You know, everybody's entitled to their opinion, but in the end, the story is about Summer Wells. But you see, many of you have gotten lost in the shuffle pertaining to her disappearance. You've gotten wrapped up in everything that has nothing to do with her. And now, in the end, with all the gossip, the rhetoric, the backstabbing, the backbiting, the doxing, just the ill will intent to others that don't even know the child, have no interest to me in the child. Now there's no reward. It's going to be up to a court to decide where the money goes. And I will do a live later pertaining to where the money should go, or where you all think the money should go. I don't even know if I have an opinion at this point where it should go. I know it was promised to the advocacy program there in Hawkins County. We will see what a judge decides. But this live I'm doing here is very short and brief. Summer Wells was never important. That's obvious. And even at the end, and we don't even really have an ending to the story, but it seems like the end to me with all this mess with this reward money now going to court, that she was never important in life. And so here it is, her government name has played out on a social media platform such as YouTube and also Facebook. And she has not been recovered, found alive or deceased. And now a reward that was set up on her behalf for her, any information leading to her to be found, recovered, whatsoever, is now going to court. How pathetic is that? And I don't think many people are realizing that, because in the end, whomever donated their money to the rescue squad or to the bank via the bank, that was his or her decision how they donated their money. Whether they donated it through a YouTuber, they donated their money directly to the rescue squad by check or personally, or they directed their money to the bank directly. That was his or her choice, how he or she directed the money. And in the end, when money is donated, you don't know how many hands are in the pot, whether it's a legal organization or it's a personal person taking money from different parties and then taking it to the said organization and or bank. You don't know because you're not there. And as I said in my live, I wanted you to hear the said information by somebody who could bring the information. So eventually, two entities came up that are involved in this scenario. They both gave their rendition of the said information. You're entitled to believe what you want to believe. I don't even have an opinion pertaining to what Q Carlock has said or CCT, because I feel like it would be even pointless to even comment on the said information. What would be the point in even saying anything? Because in the end, it's a lost cause to me, because the child has not been recovered. There's now no reward for her. There's going to be a dispute about it in a court of law. A judge has to decide where the money's going to go, either back to the parties that donated and or to the advocacy program and or let it stand as a reward fund for her. And if it is to stay in a name for Summer Wells as a reward, who's going to be over it then? Let's go there. So possibly it needs to just go back to the said people or the advocacy agency, because they were promised the money by Churchill. So maybe it should go back to who they promised the money to. Because right now, if it was to stand on Summer Wells' name as a reward, who's going to be over it? Who would be designated to be responsible for the reward? Some of you have gotten lost in this debacle of this child, this manifestation that has occurred pertaining to her disappearance. You all have gotten lost in everything. the he said, the she said, the lies, the rhetoric, the narratives. You've gotten lost. A lot of you have lied, made up stories about the little girl. You've made up stuff about her parents. You've just spun this way out of proportion, and it's sickening. And the end result is no matter who was doing what, as far as donations, donating money, taking the money, trying to get the message out about her, trying to find the little girl, you all are lost. Getting angry with people because you don't agree with them, their opinions, doxing them, talking about them, shaming them, whatever the hell some of you done, because some of you are guilty of it, and you know you are. A lot of you are stalking people. All this off of a child missing. And this case is eerily similar to Cal City. It's all the same to me. It's now an issue about money. And that's where, you know, the devil is involved, because money shouldn't even be entered into any scenario pertaining to a child missing, a child being deceased, a child being abused. And that's where a lot of you are lost. That you have decided to take it upon yourself to take things personal against another party, and you're using Summer's name as the reason for the season. But in the end, it's not even about Summer Wells. It is about your own high-ass ego and your narcissistic behavior. That's what this is about. It's not even about her. Some of you are just egomaniacs, and you want attention. You want all the attention on you. You want everybody to recognize you, validate you. But you see, you can't look for others to validate you. You got to do that your damn self. And a lot of you shouldn't even be talking about disappearing children, missing children or persons. Some of you need to stick to a day job, because this ain't your bag. And it's obvious. This ain't your bag, because it's gone out of control. The conversations about this little girl and other missing people, the live streams, just the on and on, it's all out of control. And it's sickening that day for day, month for month, there's always something new and crazy pertaining to this little girl. And it's never about her. And that's the gist of the story. It has never been about Summer Wells, because she was never validated in life. And now, no information to where she can be found, and her own reward fund is now in the court of law with just $40,000 standing on her name that may not even go to finding her. That's what's pathetic. So you can hoop and holler all day about your intentions, what you meant to do, didn't do. Oh, it's all for Summer. You know, that's all we've been hearing from the beginning from so many people. It's all about her. It's all about her. But see, it's not about her. That's why all the videos uploaded are about her parents and subsidiary people who knew of her or immersed themselves in the case. It's never been about Summer Wells. That's why she's missing. Haven't you figured the story out? Summer Wells is missing for a reason. She hasn't been found for a reason, because she was never important. And now the end result is a bunch of strangers going toe-to-toe over a child they never met, don't know her, don't know her parents, don't know her brothers, don't know the other people who have jumped out of clown cars. You don't even know this little girl. You don't know anything about her, except for what you've seen in some videos somebody's uploaded through a church, pictures the parents posted on social media sites. That's it. That's all you know. And it's really not much of nothing. Just your interpretation of photographs and videos. But you don't know her. And the way a lot of you have behaved pertaining to her, it's probably a good thing you didn't know her. You didn't need to know her. Because a lot of your actions are just asinine. And I feel sorry for her. Hell, if she is alive. I feel sorry for her brothers. I feel sorry for any child missing that had to live in a household that's disruptive, that's dysfunctional. And I feel sorry for any child, I mean it, that would ever have to deal with this. And this would be on their name, how you all are acting right now. And I hope the people who have stirred up all this trouble, you're satisfied. If this is the end result that you were looking for, no reward for the child, well, you got just what you wanted. Now there's no damn money in her name, and it's now going to court, and a judge will have to decide if there will even be a reward. And as I said, if the judge allows it to stand, who would be responsible for the reward? Money that's now frozen. I don't think a lot of you are truly understanding that somebody has to be responsible for that money. And the judge will probably disperse it back to the said parties that donated and or to the advocacy agency. But it was promised to them initially, so possibly they need to get it and put an end to this. And whomsoever brings forward another Summer Wells Reward Fund, dear God, please have all your ducks in a row so this doesn't happen again. Because I'm very disappointed in the behavior exacted towards this child and about this child in the past year. I'm also disappointed in my last live because it should have never jumped off the way it did. I haven't had a live stream in over a month with a link. And this should never have taken place. And I did my best for everybody to give their opinion, speak. And it went totally awry. And it should have never happened. Because that wasn't the purpose of the live. I was glad Q was able to come and give her version and her opinion to what happened. You're entitled to your interpretation of the said information she gave. CCT gave her opinion and got crunk during that said commentary. And like I said, it was uncalled for. But in the end, a judge will make a decision about the money. And my next live will be pertaining to where do you think the money should be allocated? Since that's the next subject at hand. Because as it was said in the commentary by KM and Q herself, I don't think a judge cares about how the money came about, if there were any rules violated or violation of a nonprofit organization, somebody doing it on behalf of them. I think they're just going to say, this is a decision I'm going to make where the money goes. I thank you all for joining me. God bless all of you. Have a safe weekend. I'm just like disgusted because every day I get a glimpse of how crazy people are. Every time I go into YouTube Q and watch commentary pertaining to Summer Wells. And it just shows me I don't want any parts of this ignorance. And today was just another glimpse of how ignorant it can get in just bringing forth information that came from the news. Not Pookie, not Ray Ray, not gossip, but from the news. And you kindly invite entities on and they don't even know how to behave. And I'm saying that because that's my interpretation of my last live. As I said, some of you need to find other things to indulge your time in. True crime is not for everyone. It's not for everyone. It's obviously not for everyone. And when you're taking it personal to where you're losing sight of common sense and rationale, that means you need to back away and fold. And that's my personal opinion. And that's any subject matter. True crime, personal dealings with individuals. Because in the end, none of us know each other. We don't know anything about each other. All we know is commentary from a live stream or an uploaded video or comments in a comment box. But we do not know one another. Just like you don't know Summer Wells. And this has turned into a fiasco off the name of a little girl. It's despicable and it is outrageous. I thank you for joining me. It's Everyday Shenanigans.